We're back again creating another greeting card using our clear stamp set. Here I have a grill master set with all kinds of grilling tools, chicken legs, kebabs, things of that nature. And I will be utilizing primarily today the grill, some of the instruments, and some things to place on top of the grill. With that said, I already have my card ready. It will be vertical. I pre-cut this fun glittery golden jar paper. I thought that would fit well with the condiments. And then my little inlet frame where I will be placing all of my stamps. I also went to the liberty of cutting everything out on the Cricut machine and have my clear, and then I have my clear block, ink, tweezers, tape, and some additional paper. I have an idea of what I want to do with this setting, but I'm also a little unsure on where or how to add some additional color to this. So today we're just going to kind of see where this takes us. But first things first, I do want to adhere my cute jar paper to my card so that that is all done and out of the way. As always, my trusty glue roller. Make sure my card is open the way I want it. Yes, it is. And then I'm just going to place it the best I can. Not bad. It's actually pretty cool just on its own. I do like the little gold reflective pieces. While I'm thinking about my layering process, I'm going to set this aside and get out my stamps so that I can ink them, stamp them down, and give them time to dry and set up because I am using that pigment ink. All right, I have my clear black and my ink ready to go. I'm going to start with my little stake first. Put that right on there. Dab, dab, dab. Push down. Looks good. Set that aside. The main elements I want to use today are the little spearing fork, the stake, and the grill. Now I'm ready. I have my 3 elements. I'm thinking it's going to be something along the lines of steak on the grill with the little pitchfork barbecue tool. For now, I'm just going to set these extras aside in case I change my mind and need them for later. Otherwise, I have my white kind of inlet frame for my card. And I'm actually thinking of taking some of this scrap green and just kind of making some cut marks to look like a little hill or some kind of grassy texture. And with that, I think I'm just going to trim a little bit so it's not some giant rectangle where I can't see anything. And flip it over so you don't see my pencil marks. I think I'm just going to kind of do something like that. I think that'll look pretty good. With this kind of paper crafting and building, it's just fun to experiment and see what happens and see what you think might work or what might not work. And in this sense, I'm looking at it and I think, okay, that looks pretty good. Like that, I can just tape down and snip off these extra pieces so I don't have to keep trimming and guessing. Because once you cut the paper, that's it. You don't get any more. With this piece, I'm actually going to do something I haven't done before, and that's just use my markers. And what I'm going to do is just try and add some pigment, whoops, to the white paper. The best advice I have for whenever you're coloring larger surfaces with a marker is to go back and forth horizontally. I usually go horizontal because I find that's the easiest way to distribute not only evenly but cleanly. And this way I can get nice even marker strokes without it looking really messy. If you're not a fan of markers or just feel like they're not something for you, colored pencil would work just fine. I also like to use this kind of method just because it eliminates me having to cut more paper, to measure, to trim. Because I'm not that big of a fan of measuring out everything. Okay, going with this blue. I'm gonna give my little hill a little bit more dimension as well, just because I have this nice gradient on the sky. And same technique. Again, if you have a colored pencil or those distressing inks, you can, of course, use those. But if you're like me and you really like markers and just trying some different techniques, and this green actually blends quite nicely. And then I might even go in and just do some little hatching. And hatching is just little lines. Cross hatching is when you take those additional lines and cross over them, but I'm just going with a typical simple hatch line. I think I eyeballed that pretty good. Oh yeah. I did. All right. So I'm going to go in with my tape. This is a bone folder for really just buffing out any fold marks, any attachments. It is really helpful if you're like me and your hands are constantly full of ink or marker. Push that down, flip it over. Just try and get close as possible. All right, not bad. I think I am gonna hit these just really quickly with my heat gun. You might be wondering why I'm not attaching this little background yet, is because I want it to pop up off the card. So I'm not going to do that because I still have to attach all my little pieces. With that said, let's get my steak colored in. I think I'll do some red, a dark red, and maybe this kind of peachy color. This I might actually just kind of do like some little red, black and gray to kind of look like charcoals. Trust the process. And for the grill, I could have just, you know, kind of filled in and made it all black or made it all really dark gray, but just gives it a little bit more life. I'm not really looking to color every little spot because, again, I will be putting my steak on top of it. Now let's start adding these pieces. I think I'm gonna go here, 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 and then have some room at the top for my little phrase or saying. So if you wanted to write happy birthday Grill Master, happy Father's Day, or I love you Grill Master, you could have a variety of different phrases or sayings thanks to these little handy dandy clear cut letters. So I think I'm just gonna stick with something kind of cute and short. All right, then I'm just gonna go in with a few more. And I think I'm pretty satisfied with that. Got some nice dimension. We did some of our own custom stamping, coloring, highlighting, layering, and I think it looks pretty good. Perfect for a summer, birthday, or Father's Day, or just a loved one in general. And as always, we would love to see what you will make using our clear stamps. So please share with us your designs with a hashtag stamp with us. Again, that is a hashtag stamp with us. Can't wait to see what you make. Thanks for joining.